Yay!
Yay!
Thing activated.
Bing! Activated.
Hello.
Bing, activated.
Hello, everybody. We're late, but I was asleep, so.
I was also asleep.
I wasn't, and that's probably the worst.
Haunted should have been asleep at
Should
some
have
point.
Sleep. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Never mind this map at the moment.
All right.
I'm already searching it. I'm smelling it.
You can't look around it, can you?
Oh,
No,
I've never
it's all in
seen
shadow.
Yeah, good.
I've never seen that bloke underneath the map before. He's a worrying fella to look at, eh?
Which map? Which man?
The fella on your on the overlay that's underneath the map.
Oh, the background images.
Yeah, just hiding.
Not on
Not on
Foundry.
on
on
OBS.
the stream.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I was like, what dimension are you looking at? Underneath the map?
I was
Only
like,
I
what
can
the
see.
fuck? It's like, is there a man in here that I forgot? That I
Yeah.
put here? Yes, we'll reveal the evil man for now.
Secret dwarf.
The secret dwarf. He
Everyone
is.
needs one.
Yes, he's out. Okay. So what happened last game? Well, I've still got the Picard background up. It works. It still looks.
That's fine.
Yeah. So you were heading up the road towards the dwarven mountains. With Kurail, who is your dwarven patron, who has been like funding your expedition. And you encountered some bandits, but they weren't really a match for you, and you kind of killed most of them, and the last one threw himself into the river and floated away.
Totally unrelated, by the way. We didn't do anything to him.
Yeah, well, you
That's
kind
true.
of threatened him, and he was like, "Oh, I don't want this." Yeah. So you kind of had a break. You used their campfire. Mysteriously, much of your gold and wealth has diminished because Haunted explained to me that I'm giving you way too much for Pathfinder. So it's mysteriously diminished to more manageable levels between the
We
last
threw it
two
into the river.
Yeah.
Who needs this?
Yes, it's mysteriously vanished. Presuming, Dali just threw it into the river, not knowing what it was.
Like, I don't want this, just want the crab.
I trade this for 50 crab.
Yeah.
You didn't understand the concept of shops, so you thought if you threw it into water, the crab would come
Yes,
out
the
of the
crab
water.
Can I roll for that?
You can, but nothing will happen. This is fresh water. The crabs live in salt water.
Aw.
Is there such
Okay, what if I roll really well?
I think we have to draw the line somewhere. It can't just be you roll well
No,
enough.
if you get a 20, we're all going to turn into crabs. The carcinization process will happen.
Yeah.
And a
And the
crab
party is
house
complete.
appears, and you can all live in that.
Oh, that's copyright.
Yeah, sorry, Matt. I'm gonna steal from your podcast. Crab house.
Okay, around
That's the genre of
Around-
music that he listens to.
around 1,300 species of freshwater crabs exist.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say
in the
all
world.
crabs.
So
Crabs
I think
everywhere.
Haunted should be able to roll for crab.
Well, what would you roll? Like, what's the skill that makes
Roll
crabs
for-
come to you?
What?
Fortitude.
Diplomacy? Look, I know what it should be, but I'd like it to be diplomacy.
Let me have a look at the skill.
There's animal handling, but I want it to be
I
diplomacy.
guess this is what we're doing. Yeah, I think it would be animal handling. Wouldn't it?
I was going to say, there's nowhere there's no crabs. This is crab world. We're just living in it.
Or is there animal handling? I feel like there is.
Nature. I think it would be
Right.
nature, don't you?
That's it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Roll nature.
Sure.
As you throw all of
I don't know what the DC for crab is.
Well, I got a 17.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say, yeah, a couple of freshwater crabs that apparently
a
exist.
crapple.
Yeah, a crupple, yeah. a couple of freshwater crabs skitter out of onto land.
Dahlias, please.
At your feet. I like the idea that you don't take them. You just sort of agree that you see them come out. Yes, crabs.
Yes, crab. I have mastered wishing well.
And the rest of you are just observing this in reverent silence.
We all agree it's worth it.
It would look kind of fucked if you saw someone throw money into a river and crabs crawled out. Anyway, so Corral and Toad, who you brought along as a...
Oh, I forgot about Toad.
Yeah, Toad, who you kind of brought along as
Liberated.
you just told him to come with you because you didn't think he was getting paid enough. You didn't offer to pay him anything. You just asked him to come with you because you asked him to leave a job where he was being paid for a job where he won't get paid at all.
To be fair, he didn't realise he was getting paid at the first job, so...
You said you would give him a cut of the treasure, I believe. So he's expecting a cut of the treasure. Whatever
Wait,
that turns out
for Toad?
Yeah.
No, he came along for the adventure.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
No.
Hang on.
He will get a cut of something if he tries, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, he
What
made a
was
deal
Dungeon
with
Army
our
paying him?
boss.
Oh, yeah.
That we don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well you don't know what he wants then, I guess. So you leave the bandits campsite and continue up the road. It's a couple days of travel. You kind of come out of the forest and it's a lot less dangerous out here. It has been raining this whole time though. And the rain is getting to the point where it's almost too much. Like the rivers are the rivers and creeks are swelling a bit too much, and basically it's gotten to the point where you're worried that it's going to make the paths untenable. Like the mud is sort of flowing out onto them and making it difficult to move. And eventually Corral says, "Oh, we're going to have to find some sort of shelter. We have to wait out this rain. Because don't worry." And he pulls out the map and he sort of puts the map on the back of the little cart that you ride around in, and points out and he says, "There's an old fort just here. One of the old dwarven watch posts when the dwarves ruled these lands. Dwarven buildings are made to keep. We should be able to take shelter here."
Do we still have the map, by the way, that he showed us?
Yeah.
Like in our inventory on Foundry, I mean?
Oh, you want to see the map itself?
Is it possible?
Yes. I'll just activate it for you.
Activate map.
Activate map. Thanks.
Map powers are activated.
Okay, so it's somewhere
here
in the
we-
forest kind of thing.
So it's around here is where you are at the moment. Like you've come out.
We don't want to get too close to Lake Home.
Why not? What's wrong with
Lake
Lake
Homo, more
You
like
told
it.
us they were all racist.
Yeah, they hate
Yeah,
us.
they're not going to be friendly to us, yeah. That's what we were told.
They're all humans.
And I'm a rat.
Yeah.
That's right.
true.
Oh, that's
People
Yeah.
keep saying it.
well, the fort he's talking about. Well, these hexes are large amounts of space, so
Okay.
you're not really within sight of Lake Home yet. But so around here there's a fort. He's saying that you can all take shelter in for just until the rain lets up.
Uh-huh.
Excellent.
So you
Sounds
want to go in
good.
that direction?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Or he says we're welcome to keep going towards. We don't want to go to Lake Home, and Kavor's still several days of travel away. and he's concerned that the rain won't let up, and the path will be too difficult. They don't want to get caught in a flood or something.
And also, there's lots of bandits, as we've discovered.
Yeah.
So
Well, there's
I vote that we stay here just for a little while, just to let the rain pass until it's more manageable. As the rat.
Is that
I don't want to get
the
soggy.
Is that the
I
consensus?
agree with the rat.
Sure.
Okay.
This works for the Ellie.
So
Ellie's like sopping wet.
Wrings out my limbs.
just ask someone to pick them up and like
Yeah.
kiss them. Okay, so you head off the path. The way to the old dwarven way station is through some like minor hills. It's like the water is sort of rising sort of dramatically, and you can you're splashing around sort of up to your ankles on the normal sized people. And I'm assuming that Simon and Dali will be riding on the cart because it's probably too high for them to be comfortably walking around in the water. Unless Simon's just paddling along, I guess.
No, I think Simon would attempt to paddle and then to a certain point just like latch himself onto one of the taller people.
He's really getting his cardio in.
Yeah.
He's probably just like sitting on Andy's shoulder or something at this point.
Inside sort of Andy's hood. Andy doesn't realise that he's there.
despite all the eyes.
Yeah. Every
they
so
can't
often Andy will get like an itch and just kind of smack the side of their neck. So I'm like, fucking God. Take damage for me, April. Good.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you start to approach this. It's obviously like it's a building that's fallen into disrepair. In the distance, you can tell already that it's not properly inhabited by the dwarves anymore. It's not kept. But it does there's still some ceilings, and it's got heavy sort of stone walls around the outside, but they're fissured and cracked, so you can sort of their defensive value is almost nil at this point. But it still would be an easy place to a nice and easy place to rest. But can I get somebody to roll for me a survival check if anyone's got survival?
Where would we find
15.
survival?
In the skills section.
How do I get to my
Skills.
character sheet when I can't see my character?
Oh, that's right. Well, I'll move you back to the keep.
Look, I'm gonna say I don't have much for survival.
You don't have to
Ellie
roll
does
it if
not
you've got
understand
nothing
this.
in it, I will point out. By the way.
I've got a +3 in survival. Also, you can get to your character through the little character tab. You fool.
I'll let
Little character what?
the little character. If you click this at the top, there's like 3 people.
3 dudes.
Yeah, 3 dudes.
3 dudes.
Yeah, and if you
Oh,
click
I see.
them, you should see yourself in
Your
there.
dude
I-
in there.
I did it.
Wow, Simon has a +5 in survival and fucking got a 7.
Should I just roll for the hell of it?
You gotta get better than Simon.
Simon doesn't want to survive. That's
Yes!
the thing.
With my mighty +0, I got a 9.
Oh, Arnaldo's heading the
Um,
pack.
yeah, so you don't see anything out of order. Arnaldo, you notice there's some footprints in the mud that seem fresh.
There's some footprints in the mud. They seem fresh.
Fruit prints? Prints of fruit?
Some fruit prints.
Foot. The prints of a foot. Prints of foot.
So and they
Ah,
lead,
there's a prince afoot.
they either lead towards this keep or away from it, you can't really tell.
I think there is a prince in here.
Let us rescue him. But yeah, that's the information you have as you come up to this large sort of stone tower on the outskirts of the keep, and it sprawls off in both away, like sprawls off in different directions. But you're at the keep.
Can we see a door from where we're standing, or like
no? If you think if you continue walking like eastward, settle down, Jim. Like 80 feet or so away is where the gate is. Yeah, about 80 feet, 85 feet away is the gate, and you can probably go in that way. But there's also a like a collapsed part of the wall that you could probably climb up fairly easily, just north of you. And you can see that, and you get up onto the wall that way.
Hell yeah.
So it's up to you which way you go.
I know Andy's probably a big fan of getting up into high places, and by virtue of the fact that they're quite long, sort of vertically succeeding, I think would be the word there.
Yeah.
Vertically successful.
And Arnoldo, as a cat
what
man,
does that mean about me?
You're failing at being tall.
Arnoldo, as a cat man, you are naturally inclined to the high places.
I also think that we maybe should be a little bit stealthy.
Yeah.
As I think there might be some princes in there.
That's that suggestion. When at the suggestion of being stealthy, Kurail says, he sort of lowers his voice and says, "Toad and I will hide the wagon over in those bushes while you investigate."
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, that sounds good. Full volume.
So so Toad and Kurail move the wagon away and sort of hide it in some shrubs.
Shrubbery. Yes, let's get to climbing.
Okay, so you want to go north to the climbing? I'll unpause. You can walk up there, but you can't. Just don't go past the walls. Remember so you can drag yourselves up here.
Let me in. I want to get up to the top just so I can, a la Legolas Greenleaf, skate my way downwards on a shield.
Legolas Greenleaf.
Legolas.
So it'll be an athletics check to climb up but it'll be fairly easy because there's just a pile of rocks. It's just a matter of scrambling up the rocks. Well done. And although you struggle to find a foothold, you kind of just stand there and look at it puzzledly. Andy and Simon don't have they don't do it. They're not elegant about it, but they do scramble up there. Dali basically hovers up there.
Yeah.
Like some sort of
essentially literally hovers up there.
Yeah.
Sort of unpleasant miasma.
So I'll put you up on the wall where you all are.
Thank you.
So
you start to think Dolly might have like suction cups or something on your hands.
Just wet sounding.
Yeah.
And Arnoldo's just kind of puzzling at the base. Do you want to try again, Arnoldo? Actually, I'm going to say you don't have to roll. You don't have to roll. You could climb up here. It's just going to take you a bit longer. So these guys will get around. These guys can get or you can offer him a hand, or you can move around while Arnoldo figures it out.
Dolly will also offer a hand.
Yeah. Andy probably is like, Catman, please give me your hand. Sees that Dali is trying to help. Grabs Dali and sort of lowers them down as a rope.
Uses me as a rope.
This is experiments. I am fine. Go on about your business.
I think your experiments are failing, Dr. Cat.
I believe in you, Catman.
Go and do things. I'll be right
Fuck
there.
you.
There's a lot of yelling going on.
Yeah.
Are these faces failing? Checks my buttons.
Can Andy, Simon, or Dali give me a perception check while they're up on the top of the thing?
I shall. I'll do exactly that.
Remember, it's not on the... Yeah, okay. Andy.
Sorry. Oh. Simon's got these massive fucking modifiers.
Simon's not trying today. Okay, so Dali, Andy and Simon don't notice this, but Dali, you can hear very clearly coming from the north of where you are, like where you can sort of glance where the wall dips down. You assume is in a courtyard of some sort. You can hear like very scratchy voices, like singing and jeering at each other in another language, which you would presume, based on the sound of it, is maybe a goblinoid language. You're not quite sure. You can hear them, and they're kind of like they're laughing and jeering at each other, and they just sound like they're having a good time, like a little party.
Nice.
Simon, Dali, here's a party.
All right. Does it sound like there's a lot of people, or just like a couple of people? You reckon?
A party.
Okay.
Darla's
Simon-
never actually attended a party.
Simon turns to Andy and says, Did you hear that? Did you hear what Dolly said? There might be, may have company up ahead."
Is it raining still?
Yes. You can't see it
wow.
very well, but it is.
No. Yeah, so I'm like, what? I'm trying to help this fuckwit cat up the wall. He's just not.
Also, by this point,
hand.
Arnoldo is up on the wall. He's next to you.
Oh, okay.
But you're still saying that.
Andy's probably like holding Arnoldo's hand and just not letting go.
I wouldn't have taken it. I'd like to think maybe I was using the robot to try and get up there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The robot.
And he's grabbing for it.
The robot. What is the robot?
Trying to climb up
Jim.
The robot has athletics, so we can roll to see if he climbs up there.
Good.
Yeah, he just fucking scoots up there. He
nails
does
it.
not. He has no issue with it.
Andy's holding Jim's hand.
The robot
Would you
is
let
a-
Jim hold Andy's hand.
The robot is a Chad compared to Virgin
The
Arnoldo.
That's why I built him.
Right,
That's
so
actually the dichotomy between good and bad, Jim. One of them's a chat.
yeah, so you're up on the wall, and now that Dali's drawn your attention to it, you can hear this party or sound. It sounds like a party, but you know, a very crude party going on north of you in the courtyard.
Crude party.
Yes,
They're saying
you can hear the awooga and like a slide whistle going.
the big popcorn noise. Sorry, which direction is it coming from? North or like
so north up this way.
north?
Everyone knows that
Someone-
north is up, directly up.
Andy
all
looks
know
up.
that's not true.
Should one of us potentially go ahead and just try and talk to these people?
Hold on,
Like,
does
hey,
anyone have good stealth?
Possibly.
Dali does not know the language they're using.
Yeah, none of you know the language. It's all you can tell is like it's goblinoid. You'd maybe think it's goblins based on the fact that that it sounds like goblins, but you don't know.
maybe they'll understand the
say-
language of dance if I go in there.
I'm
Yes,
not
yes.
introducing fucking intimidation and friendship dance into
No!
this.
Thwarted already.
Have maybe.
And I even have a performance too.
a +6 in stealth,
Oh, very stealthy cat.
and I also have a +5 performance if we have to dance.
If you're caught sneaking. Yeah, Arnoldo, you are the most stealthy of the group. So if you want to pop ahead and have a look, give me a
I got
stealth
to-
check.
Go and reconnoiter the situation.
And you can move. I'll let you move. The 25 feet in whatever direction you like. Although getting down off the wall will be difficult.
Remember, it's
Okay.
north.
So you're sneaking.
Going to move along the wall like this,
Like a slug.
like a small slug.
Slowly, wetly, slugly.
Like a Zoidberg?
I don't know how do you check.
Species, I don't know that.
I don't know how you check perception on. Is it? There it is. I can roll it.
Should we just not be looking at the stream
just-
overlay?
Yeah, you shouldn't be. Don't look. Okay, well, yeah, So, Matt, Arnoldo climbs up, and Arnoldo, you find yourself standing next to a you sort of sneak along the wall, and you're kind of back to back with a goblin that's like peering over the battlements. He seems extremely drunk. So you can't. He doesn't. For whatever reason, he does not notice you as you sneak past him onto the. Yeah, but so he's.
Do I see?
As you pass, I'll sort of move you just so you can see. As you passed over this little rocky sort of opening, you could see 3 other goblins sort of capering around in the. One of them shooting like arrows at these like practice dummies, and the other one's cheering him on, and one is literally just kind of dancing in circles by himself, like he's having a great
language
time.
We know.
How well is he dancing?
Yes.
He's pretty. I mean,
If you had to give a quantity, what would their performance be?
let's see. He doesn't have it as a skill, so let's just roll a flat D20 for him.
You can privately roll dice. This is freaking me out.
Okay.
Yeah, he can.
I don't like the question marks.
His dancing is rubbish.
We feel superior.
Teach them such moves.
Anyway, so Matt's here with his back to this to this goblin.
Here's what I would like to do if I can take actions.
Yes, you can.
It'd
be like an ambush.
How high are these walls?
They're about like 20 feet up. It wouldn't be a nice fall.
I would like to roll to sort of upend this goblin over the wall.
All right. Give me
I'm going to go teach these other goblins how to dance.
give me an athletics check. We'll see. He's going to resist it with his athletics.
Do I get like advantage?
Oh yeah. I'll give you a plus 2 to it because he's not paying attention.
Thanks.
Fuck. He gets an opportunity to resist, but he's probably not going to do so well. Yeah, he doesn't. You fling him over the edge. And I need to work out how fall damage works.
I think it's every 10 feet. It's a d6.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
so I'm just going to go with.
Pathfinder will mess you up.
Okay, let's roll his. So he takes 3. So you fling him over the top of the battlements, and he falls the 20 feet to the rocky ground below, and you just hear him go, "Ow! Shit! What the fuck? Ow! My arm!"
But what language?
Now it's Goblin. So, but it's mixed with Common too. So he's like, "Ah, fuck! My arm!" And the other goblins, sort of in the courtyard, are too busy. Hang on, let me just do a quick perception roll to see if they notice what happened. No, they don't notice that their friend is. They don't hear their friends.
They don't hear their friends screaming.
Yeah, their friend go, "Ah!" Well, they're too busy. They're celebrating. They're celebrating something. Yep.
I'd like to draw attention to myself by getting up onto sort of the battlement where they can see me.
Okay,
And
so
go, "Hey, what do you flatfoots think of this?" And they're doing like a really cool dance.
Okay, so I'm move you here where they can see you, and I get you to roll performance for me and see how it goes.
Can I bring Good Jim in to do like a
Yeah. He
couple
walks
thing?
up and stands next
Do
to
the
you.
robot.
Yeah, and I do. We end with.
He'll
like,
give you a +2 as well because he's like aiding you in a dance.
I want to do like.
Can Dolly join dance?
Dancing thing where.
Oh yeah, I'll give. You've got room for one more person in the dance. So if someone wants to move up and join.
I feel like I'm
Arnoldo
the
in
right side
dance.
to be a good background character, background dancer.
Okay, so are you going to move over there, Dolly?
Yeah, I'm just colliding into walls, apparently. Let me move. There we go.
I just the solution of just flipping him off the but then being like, now I dance. All right, so your performance check has been aided. You get the +2 circumstance bonus. So you're assisting Dali. I'm gonna put you here where he is, because so you're like on the open bit as well.
Okay, I assumed I was a side dancer.
So you're all so you start dancing, and one of the goblins, like the goblin that's dancing in circles, kind of you know what, I'm gonna let me do something. I'm gonna see how I can decide based on this. I'm gonna make this private. So
Matt, what did you say you based the dance off of?
The I've had the time of my life dance from Dirty Dancing.
Who do you lift?
Okay.
We lift him.
The robot lifts me. Good Jim is
so as you dance atop the battlements, the goblin that was dancing down below just kind of he stares at you in rapt attention and then just starts like mimicking your dance in like crude goblin fashion. I'm going, yes, this guy gets it. The one with the bow kind of just sort of lowers, like he's not pointing the bow at you, but he's just kind of open mouth, sort of gaping at you, like. And the one sort of standing by the dummy says, "Intruders!
No,
slay them, cut them, kill them, slay them."
I don't like this guy's vibe. a bit of a party pooper, huh?
Doesn't know how to dance well.
Doesn't know how to dance. No, probably a bad dancer. This guy gets it. This guy gets it.
Yes, this guy, good dancer.
So 2 of the goblins are ready to attack you, and one of them is kind of just
being complimented.
One of them's just vibing out. Doesn't seem to.
We're not intruders. We're just here to shelter from the rain. Why don't we all just have a good dance and share some fun times? I'll say all this while still dancing.
So your dancers kind of brought you their attention, and they're not immediately attacking you. But the one that's like yelling challenges at you says, "This is Goblin Fort. You are not welcome in Goblin Fort."
So what about if I teach you my cool dance?
I don't care about your dance. I know many goblin dances. Watch! And then he begins to dance himself.
We have a dance battle.
He doesn't have any specific dance skill. He begins to dance, and then as he's dancing, he capers his way into like a little rocky outcropping where there's a campfire, and he stands in it, and he immediately goes up in flames, and he's he burns. He's not like he manages to put the fire out, but he's kind of like standing like a bit scorched, and he's like, "Go away!"
He's like, "You didn't say
that." The other 2 goblins are just pissing themselves laughing. They're having a great time.
I'm laughing as well. Such bad dancing. You need our teaching.
No, I don't. And then while you're kind of having this discussion, you hear like a groan from behind the wall, like, "Help! I think my leg is broken." And one of the goblins says, "What is that?"
I say, "Oh no! It looks like one of your friends has fallen off the wall. We will go and help him."
Okay. The one that burned himself is kind of sulking, so he's not really getting as fighty. And the one that was dancing, is just vibing and still is laughing at the other one. And the one that was unsure is kind of like just going with whatever the majority seem to be doing. So he's like, kind of shrugs his shoulders. So what do you choose to do?
Excellent. I mean, one way or the other, we do need to go and deal with that one I threw off the cliff.
I assume we're actually going to go help them.
I do. Yeah. I do want to go and.
Well,
he's drunk, and I assume you won't remember. I can gaslight that goblin into thinking that he fell.
There's another crumbled bit of the wall. Another crumbled bit of the wall north of you that you could. Oh, so I want to establish what are Andy and Simon doing? Are you guys just standing off the side,
playing cards or something?
You can't see the goblins that they're talking to, so it just kind of looks like they're dancing and then talking to people down the courtyard.
Andy's mesmerized by the performance.
He's never seen dance before.
Yeah, Andy's never seen quite anyone move their body in the same way that those three have. But he's also probably is crouching next to the wall, can't see the goblins, but has their bow and arrow drawn, almost ready to go. Right. But it's we're good, right?
I'll put you sort of nearby to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming so Simon is just standing next to you.
Simon's just there taking notes.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you? It's up to you, Arnold. This is your show.
I'm going to send my Chad robot down to help your friend.
Okay.
Is it cool? Is it cool if we come down? I have a couple of other guys they're cool guys. They're good at dancing.
What kind of guys? Tell us about these guys.
One tall one has a lot of eyes. The other one is a rat detective, I think.
What? Okay.
Very good dancing.
They sort of talk to each other in Goblin. They're like, okay, we want to see the eye guy. Send him down.
The private eye, or
no, the guy with many eyes. We have rats. We know what rats look like.
Just as Simon and
Andy
and yeah. Come on out. I've made some new friends. One of them is cool. One of them seems quite reserved. One of them was on fire. It was very funny. And I'm also going to send Chad Jim down to help the other goblins. So
okay.
Go and find this guy.
So Chad Jim goes down to the robot.
I'm going to watch Chad.
Andy, are you
behind the wall
like, oh wow, he really does have eyes. Weird, weird guy.
I get this a lot. Still hurts though.
Come down, we want to see your eyes.
Okay.
Go on the knee and I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't want to have a fight. These guys seem cool, but now I'm not. I'm thinking maybe not so much.
Why is it that everybody we meet is always some brand, some flavor of racist? It's so annoying.
Come down! Come down, we have something for you!
I slide down the wall on my butt
Okay. So, when Andy lands in the courtyard, the goblins kind of, except for the burnt one who kind of is just sulking in the little alcove, they both kind of come and stand near Andy, and then they just start performing like a dance for him. Like they're both sort of in time. Like it's a dance they've clearly prepared for something. It must have very strong significance in Goblin culture.
Oh wow!
And they're like, this is the celebration dance for the eye guy.
Hell yeah, my man!
Like we love the eye guy. He has many eyes. We love the eye guy.
One.
He is so great. We love the eye guy. Look at all his eyes. Don't pay attention to our burnt friend. He is a prick.
Simon's writing this song down forever, right?
Yes, of course.
I'm putting Simon in a position where he can better see the courtyard so he doesn't miss out. Also, so yeah, the Chad robot, good Jim. He moves down. As he moves down, he sees a little goblin kind of like broken and sort of laying on the ground. His leg is twisted in a weird direction, and he sort of looks at the robot. And he's like, "Ah, help! There's a robot! It's an evil robot! Help me!"
Robot is not evil. Robot is here to help.
An evil talking doll and a robot.
Help me!
The talking doll is evil. They're cool.
They pushed me off the wall! I'm going to
They
die!
did not push. Dolly did not
Nobody
push.
pushed your drunk friend off. He's a silly drunk goblin.
Can't prove anything.
Dolly wasn't
Fell
here. Dolly did not
Fell
push
off
you.
the cliff.
I'm sure someone pushed me.
Someone want to try like persuading him or?
I
Yeah,
will!
I definitely want to
I
roll.
will.
Is it diplomacy or deception?
It's diplomacy. I think it's deception because you definitely did push him off the wall. Well, not you,
Oh,
but
yeah,
someone
I
pushed
did.
him off the wall. Yeah. Simon, you can move over
I
there if
got
you'd like.
nat 20.
Oh, shit.
So
Yeah.
27.
Gaslight,
Okay, so
gaslight, gaslight.
Dali and Simon both contribute to gaslighting this goblin. I'm going to move Simon where he can be involved. And the goblin's like, well, I guess I did drink a lot of ale. But,
Yes.
I'm
Gotta
sorry.
be careful with that.
I'm sorry I fell off the wall. Will you help me?
Yeah, that was really silly of you, and you shouldn't do it again.
Apology
next
accepted.
Will you
I have
help
a
me?
Potion, or you want to be able to dance?
Do you have a potion? Can I have the potion?
Do I have a potion? If I have a potion, I'll give it him.
I do believe you might have one in your inventory.
I think I have a strange one, actually, but I don't
I
know.
think I've been given a lot of the potions.
Yeah, I think Dali has the
Potions.
potions. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
Arnaldo has any of them on him.
I
have an
a
unusual
gold
Belly is not
garnet
offering
ring,
potion.
potentially balls revealing.
Oh no, Dali doesn't have any. Who does Simon
He
have
gave
it?
it to me.
Someone had. Oh yeah, so
Uh?
Andy has them, and he's busy on the other side of
Okay.
the wall. Like,
I have one unusual object.
yeah, it's a
I should have-
it's a gem though, I believe.
I should have
Give
a
it a
snake oil ointment thing,
Oh, okay. Yes, you
and
do. Do you want to give that to
also
him?
a potion that I got from the potion guy at the beginning.
Leron.
And didn't give it to a friend.
Snake oil will heal him
Yeah.
if you use it on him.
I won't.
Well, the robot can't do this, but if you've got like first aid or something, you could maybe attend to him that way. Is it first
Can
aid?
we just carry him up?
I'm not going down there. I want
Medicine,
Chad
it's called
to
medicine.
Bring him back up.
Okay, so
Can we
chat.
just throw something down at him?
I'm vibing
Like a
with my
splash
new friends.
potion sort of a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you could throw a potion at him. I think he needs to drink it. You doesn't just. You don't just like. If you
just
throw
AoE.
medicine at somebody, they don't automatically get healed. But yeah, Chad Robot can bring them up, can carry him up. So Chad Robot
Cool.
carries him up the side, and sort of dumps him at
Yeah.
Arnaldo's feet, and he's like, "Hello, do you have a potion for me?"
I don't, I'm afraid, but one of my friends might be able to help you out. What's
Okay.
your name? What are all of your names? I am Arnaldo. This is Dali and Simon
Hey.
and Andy, and this is Chad Jim, my robot. What are you? What are you? You guys have cool guy names.
The one on the ground is called Groblo.
Dermbum.
So he's Groblo. The one that was sort of just not really sure what's going on is called
Pinskadan.
Pinskadan.
yeah, Pinskadan. The really cool dancing one is called Grobert Altman. And the burned guy doesn't tell you his name, so you just refer to him as
Okay.
burnt guy.
BG.
Bad dancer.
Hot stuff.
So you've got Groblo, Grobert Altman, Pinskadan, and burnt guy.
Excellent.
Yeah. Like,
Crispy.
so the guy on the ground says, "My leg is pretty bad. It's bent a bad way, and I'm hurt."
What's my fucking
Medicine
medicine? Yeah, let's have a look.
negative
Oh,
one.
bad. Oh, real bad.
But do you know it's real bad?
I'm very bad at medicine.
Well, if you were to quantify it,
Simon attempts to perform medicine on him, but all he does is kind of get his little rat talons in the wound, and the goblin's like, I don't think that's working as good.
that's so unlike all of Apom's characters who
I feel like I have the plague now.
Hey,
I know,
racist
he's-
for
he's-
saying
he's-
that.
He's doing his best. He's trying to help.
Okay, I believe you.
Simon's like, no, I'm not. I'm not trying to help.
This guy's a rat racist, and I don't appreciate
I'm not a
it.
rat racist.
Yeah, you are. You just said I was giving you the plague.
Just because I feel like I actually have it now.
Just because I'm a rat. If any of them had done this, you wouldn't be saying.
I would. You haven't seen their hands. Their nails are filthy. Anyway,
Is
and
anyone else going to help the goblin, or are we just going to leave him?
No,
alone?
fuck him.
Like,
the two other goblins are too busy dancing for Andy. They're like, we love the eye guy. Look at his eyes. He has so many eyes.
yeah,
And then occasionally their dancing just stops and they stare at you, and then they just start dancing again. We love the eye guy.
Dali would like to climb down and join in their dance.
Okay. So Dali climbs down and they sort of see Dali for a second. They're like, a doll, a haunted doll, and a guy with eyes. They just include him in there. And
Is Groblo the guy with the with the fucked up leg?
Yeah, that's Groblo.
Yeah. So all right, listen, Groblo, I've got a -1 in medicine, but I'm going to give it a bloody
A
go.
what?
Because all the other guys seem to be busy. I do my best, but I really want to get amongst this dancing. It seems like your friends are pretty cool.
I would like to dance too, but my leg is broken.
I appreciate
Ow!
I'm trying to help you out.
Ow!
I'm sorry. Like, fuck.
I am hurt.
We're doing more
Exact
harm than
same
good
role.
here. We're doing more harm than good here. I'm gonna go down, rest up, try and get some sleep. Maybe we'll.
Could
be
you
back
maybe take me somewhere where I'm not lying in the rain?
Sure thing. Yeah, I'll take him down to
Yeah.
the thing with me, or Chad Jim can do it.
I appreciate
Whichever is
that.
better.
I appreciate you and your robot.
Put him by the fire or something.
I should point out to you though, we are not our boss will have to decide whether you can stay here or not.
I mean, you guys seem cool. Surely, how bad could he be?
Oh well.
He puts him a little too close to the fire.
You don't know him. He's okay. He's a bit of a guy, you know.
I know how bosses can be. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a time sometimes, but that's what we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. In the
Yeah.
meantime, hi, Pat, let's have a dance, let's have a drink. We'll see what
Okay.
happens.
And so you,
Meanwhile, unionize.
yeah, Chad Robot
You guys ever
carries.
thought about making a union. Do you get paid time off?
No, we basically get paid in what we take from travelers.
That's not a great system.
Well,
That's
Maybe
kind of
the boss,
our
he
deal,
takes the lion's
though.
share.
It's what goblins do, you know. We have a whole dance about it. I do it, but my leg.
Oh, I'd love to see the taking the money from the travelers.
So Chad Robot carries Groblo down into the little alcove with the campfire where Burnt Guy is sulking. And sort
I'll
of
come down as well.
Burnt Guy, seeing Groblo, kind of frowns and walks across the courtyard and goes and sits in this little door alcove away from the fun. And up on the wall, while the dancing's going on in the courtyard,
Yeah.
another goblin sort of appears and looks down and says, "Hey, what's this?" And then another goblin peers around the corner and says, "Yeah, what is this? Are you dancing? Are you showing them the sacred goblin dances?"
Dancing!
So someone needs to address these two goblins.
Hey, goblins!
Hello! Hello, we are goblins!
My name
Join.
is Simon. My name is Simon.
Hello,
I'm a rat.
Simon! We are goblins!
I can see that you're goblins. I'm famously perceptive because I'm a detective, and I detected that you two are goblins. Now,
Thank you!
you're
You're right,
welcome.
we are!
Correct.
Get
I'm
this
smart.
guy.
Now, can I get your names, your individual names? What are you called? What can I address you as?
Go, Crichton, go, Crichton.
The one on the right says, I am Gred Savage.
And Peepus.
And I am Goberto Benini.
Well, Roberto Benini and you, sir, whose name I've already forgotten.
Gred Savage.
Sorry.
It is a very old and respected goblin name.
Of course, I forgive me. It's been a long day. Rats don't do so well when
It has been a long day. We're goblins.
Yeah.
We're goblins.
One of your friends got burnt, and the other one broke his leg. They seem to be having a time just as
Burnt
much as we
guy.
are.
He's a prick.
Wait, can I just ask you? What's his name?
Burnt guy before he
Yeah,
got
what's his name? Already burnt guy.
No, he's burnt now. We call him Burnt Guy.
What was his name before? May I inquire?
Alan.
Fucking hate that guy.
Now, I just want to say we just need to stay here until the storm subsides. We don't want to take any of your food or anything like that. We just need the shelter for a little while regroup and go further up north.
Well,
is that all right with you?
We can't approve that. You'll need to talk to the boss.
Can you get the boss? Because we
come on down. We're
Yeah.
doing dances and making a union.
Okay. Okay. I'll go. And Gilberto Benini says, "I'll go get him." And he sort of deftly bounces down the broken wall, and he runs past Alan and into the building, and he's gone.
While he's gone, can we try and get Gred Savage on side as well? I want as many of these goblins on side as possible, and possibly potentially unionized by the time.
Yes.
Gred Savage is like after Gilberto Benini has left, Gred Savage kind of says, so you're dancing.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. Do you know any dances?
I know some dances. And he climbs down and he stands next to Simon. He's like, do you want me to do them?
Oh yes, please.
I'd love to see.
And he just does a great goblin dance.
It.
Yeah, he does like a really good goblin dance for all of you.
Oh my god.
Dolly just cheers. Yay!
He's like,
Yeah, passing along.
He's like, welcome, new friends, to our goblin party. I hope you feel good. We're not good at rhymes.
I don't have any performance stats or anything, but I think maybe Andy being like, okay, I'm going to repay the debt now, thinking along those lines, kind of gets up and flosses as fast as possible.
So roll. Just give me a. You don't have performance as a skill at all.
Oh no, I have
should be
performance as a
listed.
skill.
Yeah.
I can give you a performance.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Yes. So you get up and you
Natural flosser.
in this fantasy world, you have invented the dance of the floss, and all the goblins sort of watch you, and they watch you do it for 30 seconds, and then they all just start doing the floss as well.
Cool.
Now,
we'll all join in. I'm doing it as well.
Hang on 1 second. You even look over into the alcove, and Alan the burnt guy is doing the floss as well.
Hell yeah.
Hey, he gets it.
Sorry, Simon. What were you saying?
Well, I myself am not as nimble as my cohort here. You'd think that I could muster up a little soft shoe, gentle sway, but I don't feel like dancing. No, sir, no dancing today. Don't feel like dancing. Even if I find nothing better
Everyone's
to do.
flossing
Don't feel
to
like
this.
dancing. Why'd you pick a tune when I'm not in the mood? Don't feel like dancing. I'd rather go home with one in the bed till dawn with you. Cities
You
come
sound like
and
you're
cities
rapping it
go.
as well.
Cities come and cities go.
Grobert Altman kind of looks towards Arnoldo and says, I think your friend is broken.
He's giving off real burnt guy energy.
Yeah, he's a real Alan.
Simon, you're being a real Alan right now.
So I'll pretend that I know which way to bend. I'm gonna tell the whole world that you're mine, so please understand. When I see you clap your hands, if you stick around, then sure, I'll be fine. But I don't feel like dancing when old Joanna plays. My heart could take a chance, but my 2 feet can't find a way. You'd think I could muster up a little soft shoe, gentle sway, but no, sir, I don't feel like dancing. No, sir, no dancing today.
When
Simon, go sit with Bird Guy.
So as Simon is doing his weird spoken word sisters performance, a larger goblin which you recognise as a hobgoblin, sort of in armor with and two goblin dogs, sort of in front of him, emerges from the door
Goblins.
and looks and sort of stands in the alcove next to Alan the burnt guy and says, "What is all this? Dancing and frivolity?"
Yes.
Oh, sir.
Join!
I am a warrior, not a dancer.
I floss even harder.
That's sad.
What treasures do you have to offer me?
The
Yeah.
lyrics
The
are
culture
kind.
of the
Stuart,
dance.
leader of the goblins.
Gob Stuart.
Gob Stuart.
Gob Stuart.
Oh, Gob Stuart. Like G-O-B?
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you have to offer, Gob?
Dolly does a twirl and dance.
If you're not impressed by the dances, I actually have something I was meaning to give to someone recently. If I could just procure it from my bag.
Very well, I man. Procure your tribute for Gob Stuart.
Do not rush my procuring.
I will rush whatever I choose to rush. Isn't that right, Alan? And Gred Savage says, he's called Burnt Guy now. Really? Burnt Guy? Why? Because he burnt himself in the fire. Well,
Like
and
an
then
idiot.
Alan kind of shakes his head, and Gob Stewart's like, "You know the rules, Alan. You're Burnt Guy now." And Alan kind of sulks.
Fuck Alan,
His
those are
dance was
racist.
pretty cool until he burnt himself in the fire.
He's never been very good at
Then
the
it was
goblin
very
dances.
hot.
I don't
And
understand
he
you.
kind
I don't understand your meaning.
Andy's kind of digging around in his bag. He's like, "Yes, I have something here for you." And I
Please
bring
give it to
out
me.
The potion, the unknown potion that I snagged from the ruins of the underground system. And
Okay.
I'm doing this really slow and solemn floss as I
Yeah.
go.
It's like, this is a very impressive dance.
And then I hold it up to him, and I'm like, "Your Honor, if we could stay the night, I would offer you this potion of
So the dogs snarl and
magical capabilities."
the dogs kind of snarl at you, but they don't attack as you approach. And Gob Stewart takes the potion and holds
Dogs
it up
love
to
me
the
when
light.
they hear me.
It says, what kind of potion is this?
It is one of great magical potential that even I, a
Then I will
master
drink it
of-
now. And he pops the cork. And so I'm going to take that. I'm going to take it out of your inventory and put it in his.
and I'm gonna kill the Goblin King.
Well, you don't know what it does.
I mean, that would be ideal.
He drinks it. What's the button to
What
drink?
does it taste like? Blueberries.
Does he? That's wearing it. I don't think that's the same thing. He drinks.
Douses himself in it.
He drinks
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna identify
Bit of seasoning.
Yeah.
So he knows what it does now because he's drunk it.
It was booze.
As he drinks it, his body's like his muscles. He sort of grows like a couple of inches, and his muscles kind of thicken, and he like takes on like a real sort of like he becomes really buff. Like his armor like sort of stretches out. It's leather armor, so it stretches out, and he's all of a sudden he's like really like ripped and shredded all over, and he looks a lot
He
tougher.
looks really cool now.
He's like, "Thank you for your gift. I am now very powerful and strong."
We can call you strong man.
Yeah,
No, you call me Gob Stewart, King of Goblins.
Wrong
Gob
man.
Stewart's King of
Strong
Goblins.
Gob.
As hell.
I bet you
Great
wish you drunk
point.
this potion yourself.
Well,
It looks much cooler on you.
Anyway,
Come, have a dance with us.
I will observe the dancing. And he comes out and stands with his dogs next to him. It's like, perform your dance, traveling fools.
I like that
Oh, well, we all need
the
to do,
other
like, a
guy
combined
and
dance.
Toad are still outside.
Oh, I'm not going to go get them. That's all our stuff, right in the wagon. Best that they don't know that they're here.
Yep.
Do we all need to do a combined dance now?
Well, I'll let someone like lead it, and everyone that gets above the DC will have like a.
Excellent.
Yeah, we'll just add to the.
Arnaldo,
to the
do you
roll.
want to lead?
I was going to say, they seem to be pretty into Andy, so maybe we let Andy
I was
lead.
gonna say I've been dancing pretty good so far.
Andy has no performance skills, but it's
I
just
know.
Yeah.
he gets by on.
Invent the floss,
Oh, Simon!
so-
Simon just starts leading the dance. Simon just jumps out of nowhere and does an incredible dance.
Who had refused to dance?
I was about to say, before I got a nat one, that I wanted to finish my dance by doing a backflip over the fire to show up.
So you do a backflip into the fire.
I'm still going to say that, but I'll just take the damage.
Whoop.
Do you really want me to say you land in the fire doing a backflip?
Yeah, I think that's
All
probably
right,
the best.
I'll roll a
possible
1d6
scenario.
then. You take 1 damage. I'll apply it to you.
Okay.
So you land in the fire, but kind of it's a small fire and it's raining, so it doesn't really.
Alan already kind of put it out a bit with his body.
But you do a fantastic dance. Like Dali and Simon are like really nailing it, and Andy kind of gets by on the fact that they're fascinated by the look of him.
Yes.
But
I'm struggling to keep up.
Gob Stewart applauds and says, "This is fine dancing, worthy of King Gob Stewart, the strong. King Gob Stewart, the strong." And then he flicks it.
Write that down.
And all the other goblins cheer and say like, "Yeah, woo, hee!"
Fuck yeah. We're like celebrities.
So
will they let us? Will you
You
let
may
us stay
stay-
the night now?
you may stay the night, but you must follow the rules of King Gob Stewart's castle. He obviously hasn't thought of a name for it before now.
Yeah.
It says, "Do not disturb the ogre. He is our prisoner. Do not talk to the prisoners. And do
They
not
are
touch
also our
our
prisoners.
do not touch our goblin treasure.
That all seems fair enough.
You may spend the night inside, out of the rain. There is a room that you can use." And he leads you inside.
Is that goblin treasure perhaps the little box of treasure which is like 5 feet from me? in the
Yes!
south
Don't touch
direction?
this treasure! It's a little box, yeah.
Why is it out in the rain?
It's not. It's under like the little alcove of the rocks.
No.
It's like, don't touch it. It is our goblin treasure. Okay, and he leads you inside and takes you to the bedroom. So I'm going to put you all in there. Yeah, you're all in the bedroom now. It's not great.
Harry will be good.
It's not great. There's a big hole.
Reluctantly.
There's a big hole in the wall.
Is it also like built for dwarves, so it's like quite low?
Yeah, it's dwarf
ceilings?
sized.
Oh no!
And
He's like,
so he leads you in there. He leads you through a room that's like full of goblins, and one goblin wearing like a feathered headdress. He sort of sees you and he's like, "Hi!" But then he sort of like, Gob Stewart kind of leads you past. Says, "Don't talk to him." And he leads you, and so Gob Stewart leads you into this room. It's sheltered. There's a big hole in the wall where you can sort of like, the wind gets in a little bit, but it's mostly undercover and it's better than a tent. And he says, "You will stay here one night, but then you must be gone.
Thank you very
If
much.
you wish to stay again, you must pay me with another potion."
oh,
That makes sense. One night will be more than enough, I am sure. Thank you very much for the hospitality.
Remember.
And also for the cool guys.
Remember not to talk to the ogre or the prisoners. And
we
do not
won't
touch
talk
our
to the-
goblin treasure.
I'm not going to do any of those things, I promise you.
Very good. Goodbye. And he leaves the room. And his dogs go with him. And you are now sort of staying in a goblin Airbnb that you've created through the power of dance.
And is this below us a hole leading to outside?
Yeah, that leads out into another courtyard. And you can actually see like some cages, and there's like a lone raggedy sort of guy sitting in one of the cages, and he kind of cranes his neck to look at you. And he like waves.
Is Darlie laying down? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
You can see this man, Andy, kind of in one of the cells. He's a human. He's very in ragged clothes and covered in mud. And he kind of waves at you. He doesn't say anything.
I give him a big wave back and kind of blink with all my eyes.
Yeah. He's like, so what do you guys do next?
Sleep.
All right.
No, I was.
We don't tell the people outside.
Yeah, I think Andy might have gone to notify Toad on account of his strong psychological bond.
Okay.
If possible.
All right. So I'm going to say
Toad is going to do us no favors in this situation.
by this point, night has set
He's
in.
good at dancing. But at least they can get out of the rain, because wasn't the whole thing we were staying out of the rain? And...
Yeah, they got a wagon.
Oh, okay. Fuck them then. Or maybe I go outside and I tell Toad that we're in there, but I'm like, no, you guys stay here. I'm going to go back to the Airbnb.
I'm also find it funny that the one guy with all the eyes, where's Simon gone?
He's there. He's just sitting on the bench. Oh, he's hidden. He's hidden. He's disguised.
Where's
He's
Simon?
hiding it. He's there. He's right there.
Where?
Dali, help me find Simon. I'm using your eyes.
He's
there he is.
hidden on our level.
I see him. There he is. Okay, so yeah, you're all. It's dark. I'm assuming night's set in by this point because you're all kind of. So it's dark, so you can't really see. Dali can because of Dali's magical button eyes, but the rest of you is dark.
Vision.
Yeah, so you don't have it. You don't have dark vision yourself. You have low light vision, but it doesn't really help in this case because it's dark.
Well, it's very low light.
Is it canon that Dolly does not know the difference between day and night because of
Yeah, I think so. Except that you show one time of the day it's black and white, and the other kind of the day it's color.
Dolly wakes up one morning and is like, color time! And everyone looks at them like, what the fuck?
So what do you... so it's
throughout time, it cycles between color, more color, less color, no color. It's how it works. Saturation changes.
I don't know how new it is. It's just part of the lighting controls. I've got the vision set to Pathfinder vision, so based on what vision trait you have, it will give you what they can see. It's nighttime now. Like your party with the goblins and your introduction to the keep is kind of worn into the evening, and now it's dark. So, Andy, did you say you wanted to go and talk to Toad?
Now I'm thinking that's kind of redundant because they're safe. I kind of want to go check out my mans that I was waving at.
Okay, you can go that way.
Can I stealthily go over that way?
Yeah. Give me a stealthy check.
Let me stealth all over the place. Any thoughts?
I'll give you a second, and let me just do a private
I thought
little
you'd be
roll.
like, I'll give you a second chance. Just roll better this time.
I mean, yeah, you creep down over the rocks. So you can move anywhere within 25 feet of yourself. So here, these areas, anywhere along this sort of little bit.
Yeah, I'll go here.
So as you're creeping, you move down into a little gap, and you can see around the cage. There's two goblins. One goblin is kind of poking his rusty scimitar through the bars, sort of like poking the guy, and the guy's like, "Quit it! stop it. And the goblin's like, ha ha ha, 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 ha. And the other goblin is just laughing like this is the funniest shit he's ever seen.
Real fucking kind of Alan character.
Yeah, as you sort of climb down there, the one that's poking kind of turns around a little bit and looks in your direction. Does he have vision? Give him vision.
No, don't give him vision.
He's also got a light source, so let me give him a light source. Well, how do I give him a light source? I've forgotten.
I'm molded to the wall.
Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to have to duck into the compendium. I haven't done it that much this. Haven't done it that much this time. So, he's got a torch.
Everyone, pray for me. I only have +1 stuff.
Blessings be upon you.
So, and they didn't say we couldn't leave the room, did they? You'd just be wandering around.
No, exactly. I'll be like, I didn't know this was the place that I wasn't supposed to go because it's not like anything's labeled.
You haven't talked to anyone yet, so it's fine.
No, exactly.
I don't know how to make.
If you go into your onto the pawn, the token,
yes,
vision, then light animation type.
Okay, so he has a torch. Who will it change? His
time to order me some breakfast.
Right, well, I'm going to give him like a custom.
Now is not the time for breakfast. That's for colour times, not for black and white.
So he's got his torch.
I don't know what.
Dali eats crab in all colors.
Yeah.
Crab is every meal.
Dali has ultraviolet light vision as well. Dali can see shrimp.
I just like that Dali's the only one that can see at this time.
And chooses to fall asleep.
Dali has buttons, so can't close her eyes.
Wow, that's
There's
horrifying.
no eyelids.
Can you turn off your vision, or are you see all the time?
You could just take the eyes off, couldn't you? And someone put them away. So yeah, he kind of turns around with a torch and sort of looks in your direction. He looks in your direction, Andy, and is like, "Hi, guy, come over here and check out this." And he sort of beckons you over towards the cage.
Oh, okay. Hello. What am I looking at?
This prisoner, we caught him. He's so funny. Watch this. And he pokes him with a scimitar. And the guy's like, "Ow!" It's like, he doesn't like being stabbed. It's so funny.
That is funny, but it is like, why is not... If you were in the cage and I was stabbing you, it'd be like, haha, you'd...
But I'm not in the cage. He is.
What if we tested it out?
What if we what? No, I don't want to get in the cage. I don't want to be stabbed.
Okay. Why don't you make it a fighting chance? You've never seen gladiator matches? Give the man a scimitar to hit you back. And
no, because then he might stab me. I don't want to be stabbed.
Because it is like, oh, it's funny because you are the one getting stabbed, but you're obviously better at having a scimitar. So it's like, oh.
No, I don't want to be stabbed. They said you were cool. What's wrong? What are you talking about?
I am cool. Cool. Would you like to see my dancing? Hacha, hacha, cha, 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 cha.
Okay. We do like this new dance that you've invented and brought for us. But I'm not getting in the cage. And he pokes the guy again. And the guy goes, "Ow! Those scimitars are so rusty. I'm going to get tetanus."
Tetanus? Why is there just a man in your prison cage?
We caught him. I told you.
Doing what?
Being a guy near our fort.
So true, so true.
Not cool.
He's your only prisoner?
Oh, we have the ogre, but I'm not allowed to poke him.
Oh, see, that would be really funny, don't you think? The ogre would be like, "Oh, I don't want to be stabbed."
Yeah,
oh.
That would be kind of funny. I agree.
Why can't you, though?
King Gob says not to do it.
I mean, has King Gob ever tried it? I feel like we're wasting an opportunity. I mean, I'm only here for a night, and I'm like, what if I had the opportunity to stab an ogre?
Give me a diplomacy check. See if you can. Yeah, he's sort of. He's gonna try to. His better nature is gonna try and roll now.
Yeah, my charisma's not hot.
And he's like, you know what? You have a good point. Let's go poke the ogre. Come on, eye guy.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay.
So they lead you. So just follow the goblin. I'll drag you with him. Oh, you can do it. Okay, cool. They lead you across the main courtyard. You can see sort of some other goblins kind of stationed amongst where the gate would be. But they don't really pay you any attention. They're kind of sleeping for the most part too. And they lead you up to the cage where a giant ogre is sort of squished in, like it barely contains him. And he's like, let me out. And then the goblins are like, he always says that. He wants to get out. we don't let him out.
It's funny because he's stuck.
It is. It's so funny that he's stuck. You stupid ogre, he's stuck in a cage. So funny.
Why do you have an ogre in a cage?
Because we found him. He was asleep. And we said, hey, ogre, you want this nice meat we cooked? And he's like, yes, I want the meat you cooked. And he's like, we're like, come back here. Impression. And we're like, go into the cage. And he's like, oh, the cage has the meat you cooked in it. And he starts eating the meat, and then we locked it. And then he's like, oh, I'm in a cage. And the ogre goes, I'm in a cage.
It's just like you said he would say. It's
I'm very good at impressions.
So are you going to?
Yes, I will. So he reaches through the bars and he pokes the ogre with the sword, and the ogre kind of goes and throws himself against the side of the cage, and the cage like shatters, and you can see it like concrete dust sort of fall down from where it's fastened into the wall. And the goblins don't seem to notice. Like, he hates to be poked. He's just like the other guy.
I like this goblin.
Perhaps do it again.
Okay. And he pokes.
It will be funnier the second time.
It's always funny. And he pokes in through the bars, and the ogre sort of grabs the bars and shakes the cage, and you can tell that it's falling apart. He's like, ah! And the goblins still don't seem to notice. They're like, ha ha ha! Look how angry he is! What a tool!
Oh, we have raiders.
Oh, Tabletop Obscura, thank you for the raid. You have caught us in the middle of poking an ogre in a cage.
Tabletop Obscura knows a better way to do this.
Welcome, raiders. We have the best of plans here.
So Andy, you see that
plan is here.
The cage is very damaged, and the goblins don't seem to notice. They're like, "Do you want to go?"
A nice place to stay for overnight, and now Andy is gonna set an ogre loose.
The goblin turns to Andy and says, "Aye, guy, do you want to go at poking?" And he gives you his scimitar.
Okay.
Or he holds it out for you.
I don't accept it. I'm like, no, sorry. I brought my own.
Oh!
I bring out my Zweihander. But I don't poke him. I kind of go up to the bars. And I'm like, ogre, sir.
What do you want?
Listen, I don't know if these guys could hear.
Are you here to... I mean, they can. They're next to you. It's like, have you come to poke?
That's not going to be a problem in about 4 minutes.
What?
Listen, man. You're better than this, in the sense, not maybe morally. You're so fucking buff. Have you seen your biceps?
I am the most buff. My name is Buffclops.
I love him.
Yeah, his name is Buffclops.
My name is Andromache. Most people call me Andy. Hello.
Mr. Andy, you must free me from these terrible goblins.
They call me Dr. Andy, just as an FYI.
Dr. Andy, you must free me from these terrible goblins.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to...
What are you going to do? And the goblins are kind of like, why aren't you poking him? Don't talk to him. Poke him.
What's his name again, sorry?
Buffclops.
Buffclops. I'm going to poke you with my sword. But I'm not actually
Don't poke me with your sword.
I'm going to poke you with my sword And you're going to put both hands on these hinges and lift?
I'm just going to take a quick aside here to say Ogre's intelligence doesn't mean he's able to talk, but I still want to. I'm
How
giving
many
him.
eyes were winking?
Literally 2 feet away from goblins who can hear and understand.
The goblins are like, "I guy, what the fuck?
Also,
I'm
I'm not
question:
stupid."
did we hear any of this previously?
No, you guys just saw Andy like leave.
We're asleep.
Andy left and kind of just walked away. You haven't
This
seen
is
him.
gonna
You
be
just-
great.
The goblin's like, "I guy, don't let him out."
Would not it be funny? We could like chase him around with sticks.
No,
and
he
be like, "Haha."
fucking kill us. He's an ogre. What is
mean-
wrong with you, eye guy? We thought you were cool.
And then I do like a little dance. I'm like, still am cool.
Oh, you can't just keep falling back on the fucking dance.
I have more dances. Anyway, I jam the sword in just in like the crevice between his arm and
Oh,
chest.
don't kill him.
and
The
I give
goblins-
him a wink.
Can you do a performance check to see if you fool the goblins into thinking you actually stabbed the ogre? Yeah, they're like, "Whoa, don't kill him, eye guy. He's our friend." Mac, I'm sorry, the 17-bit alert doesn't work on Critical Venture. I'm sorry. I will owe you one on the next time I'm streaming. Sorry, Mac.
Hi, Mac.
He's
I
like,
love the macaroni print.
Yeah, he's our friend. That is the correct reaction to that.
Really?
so the ogre's like, "Oh, I am hurt, stabbed in the side. The eye guy has murdered me.
I've killed
Vengeance for ogre." And then he like falls over and plays dead, but he's not very good at it because he's like,
him. Breathing really heavy.
We make the best
and
friends.
the goblins are like, did you kill him? Oh man, it's so you know how hard it is to get ogres. You are a piece of work. You fucking eye guy.
A real Alan.
Come in, yeah. Alan. Oh, sorry, he's burnt guy now. Burnt guy. You're acting like a real burnt guy. You know that? You killed our ogre. I wanted to have like a party. A friend, like we poke him and we all laugh at how he hates to be poked, and you fucking stabbed him.
He hates to be murdered also, but then you guys just stop laughing for some reason.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
we can't.
what you did?
We can poke him as much as we want. We can't murder him forever. We only murder him once, and you did it. We don't get to murder him.
You have other prisoners.
Not as good as this one. This is our best prisoner.
Well, floss.
I'm so upset.
You should go to bed, eye guy. You really fucked up.
Uncertain flossing.
Yeah. It's
Goodbye,
kind of
eye
like
guy. Go to bed. We'll clean up the ogre.
Fine. And then as a last, like, turn away towards the ogre, like, wink, wink. But I say
Don't wink at him.
because
He's dead. He
obviously-
doesn't know.
I pay my respects. That's how I do it.
So where do you go now, Andy?
Um,
Back to the room?
yeah. No. While they're here, can I go back to the human?
Yeah.
Imagine if you went back to the room.
I'll take you back. I'll put you back there. You don't have
Thank
to
you.
move yourself. You don't have a torch though, so you can't see.
You're running into the
You
cages.
do have one in your inventory. I can put one in your inventory because you would have one.
Thank you.
And then
Light me up.
Yeah, I'll light you up.
Light him up.
Give you a little bit of light. So you guys can.
All your eyes is blinking.
Yeah.
Jim.
They all go.
Well, last session I was crying with all of them, so I imagine the winking.
so- Also, Dully, you can see Andy sort of out in the little alcove out here with a torch, talking to the man in the cage.
I see it because my eyes can't close, but I'm
So yeah, and the guy's like, you've come back. Hello.
Hello, and maybe give him like a conspiratory poke with my finger to be like,
Hey, don't poke me! I've been poked so much. I don't want to be poked again.
Why are you in a prison cell?
Because the goblins captured me.
Well, we got into the Goblin Castle just fucking fine. Did you try dancing?
It didn't come up.
Okay, someone can't think on their feet. What's your name?
Well, have you come here to be rude to me?
No, that's just a byproduct. I'm very sleepy.
My name is Winvless.
Fucking silly name. Okay. How do you spell that? If you were to write it down.
Winvless.
You speak really fucking fast.
I've written it. It appears if you put your mouse over me, you can see it underneath me.
So cool. Winvless, are you a merchant traveler or like a warrior or maybe like a really cool dancer or maybe like a scientist or like a doctor that solved cancer or maybe like a race car legend?
I will tell you if you stop listing occupations. I am a book merchant. The goblins didn't take much interest in my wares, but they thought I would be funny to poke. And so I'm here.
You were right. You make so many funny noises. In fact, I'm going to jab him in the ribs again with my hand.
You've poked me!
It never fucking gets old. Anyway. Where are your books now?
I don't know. The goblins took them. Threw them away. I assume. They don't read.
Don't seem like a very good merchant to me. Okay.
Well, they were stolen.
Okay, just don't get things stolen.
You're rude. You're so rude.
I will poke you again, so help me God. I fucking
Goblins, help me.
You piece of shit. Okay, and I scuttle back to the room. If he's going to be loud and out there, I'm scuttling back to the sleeping room.
Head back to the room. And as you're scuttling back to the sleep, so you guys might be disturbed by the fact that there's someone in the room carrying a lit torch now. But as you're scuttling back, you hear like a loud sort of, "I'm free! I tricked you, goblins!" And the goblin's like, "Oh no! He's out!" And so you hear like a lot of commotion in the front yard, and that's enough to wake everybody in the room up.
Tally sleepily rolls over and says, "Put the color out!"
And he just like puts the torch to their mouth, like.
Okay, so the torch goes out.
Yeah.
Arnoldo and Simon, you would be awoken by this sound. What do you think of it?
Of ogre.
Yeah, you can hear the ogre like just smashing through the courtyard.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What this shit is going on? What is that? The sound of ogre carnage?
I could not dance my way out of this one, boys.
And the goblins are like, you can hear the goblins like muffled yelling, like, "Poke him more!" And then you're like, "You're not poking him hard enough."
You are not going to fucking believe this, but I may have seen one of the goblins let the ogre out of a cage potentially in the courtyard. Maybe like 20, maybe 35 feet from us.
It's pretty crazy. Do I believe it? Is this some sort of role that we should...
Well, no, I mean, it's up to you. I'm not going to make you roll against each other. It's up to you whether you believe what
Eddie's
Eddie's
not a
telling
good
you.
liar.
I've been asleep. I've no reason not to believe you. And that's crazy. Why would they do that?
Yeah, they were like poking him, but then they were like, "Oh, I've had enough now, and I'm going to chase him around like a small rat, but like smaller, maybe like a mouse."
Now you're doing it.
Why would they? A, not cool. Why would they think it will go down that way?
I am just saying it like like I am seeing it. You remember Captain Mario was like, I used to chase rats. Now I'm like, oh, that must be what it is like. They go around at rats and they poke him and they make him squeal.
So now, all of a sudden, it's okay for you to chase rats.
You
Now
can't say you haven't thought of it before, I know, though.
Listen, you've got to dig yourself out of this one.
I never made assumptions about Arnaldo's diet.
Andy starts flossing, being like, does this still work?
Oh, wow, that's a cool dance.
You can't keep falling back on the flossing, guy.
It's all that I have. Listen, there are... Okay, let me run it down for you. A, ogre escape. B, maybe some cool books around, but that's kind of fucking it. This guy in the cage is very fun to poke, but he's kind of a fucking blanket, like a wet, soggy blanket filled with rainwater.
It does. I would like to poke the guy in the cage, but unfortunately, there's a fucking ogre there now.
You think that's a
So I feel
priority, or
like-
do you like they've got it? You know?
I think maybe we just hide, to be honest. Hide in the room, hope he doesn't come in here. If he does, we'll deal with it then.
Outside of here.
Sleep.
I have
Belly
I have
vote sleep.
I have a question for the crowd. Is it
Yes.
still raining?
Yes. But it's letting
All
up, but
right,
it's still
but-
going.
My question has been answered.
Yes. What were you gonna... Is there anything more to that? Or you just...
Well, my suggestion was if the rain had let up, then we just fuck off and leave the goblins to deal with.
It's
with what we've done.
lessening, but it's still raining. And
Alright.
also, Toad and Creel are just kind of sitting in the bushes outside the keep.
In the
I
bubble.
don't know what's keeping them. I guess.
Is
Do you think they're dead?
Is keeping us.
Do you think they might be dead? And you can hear out in the courtyard the sound of the ogre sort of smashing and crashing its way through the courtyard just loudly, like, "Ah,
In the event of
ogre!"
something happening, I just want to make it clear for everyone: fuck those goblins. Am I right? They let the ogre out and then kept.
I mean,
him,
fuck
yes.
the one guy that let him out, I guess. The rest of them still seem cool.
Ogre!
Yeah, they like dancing.
And then you sort of see, he can't fit through the door, but this gigantic sort of muscle-bound green creature with shaggy hair kind of pokes his face in through the door and is like, "Oh, hello!"
You mean just a face?
Yeah,
There's
just his
no
face.
color this time.
Yeah, he's too big to fit through the door fully, but he's like, "Hello, everyone!
Bog
Hello?
Cyclops.
No, I'm Buff Clops.
Sorry, you remind me of a friend. I'm friends with many ogres.
Yes, you are my friend, because you have saved me from captivity by the goblins. Who are these people?" And he points at Arnaldo, and his hand's as big as Arnaldo. He's like, "Who is this?"
These are my
Dali is
backup
sorry,
dancers.
but we aren't supposed to talk to you.
It's true, they did say that.
Well,
You know what? I'm not a coward. Hello, sir. I believe you are an ogre.
yes, what are you?
I'm a rat.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, look at me. That's what I am.
Okay,
It
I'm an
doesn't get
ogre.
much better than that.
I'm an ogre.
Yeah. Oh, well, how'd you find yourself here?
Goblins tricked me. They said they would give me a sheep to eat, but they gave me a cage to be in.
Well, would you like to be not here? Would you like
I
to
am.
leave?
I'm already out. I'm leaving now. I just thought I'd come and see if there was any food.
We don't have any food, I'm sorry.
You require sheep to eat to befriend?
No.
I would like one. Do you have a sheep?
I don't know if the sheep are kosher, I've seen the sheep. You don't
you
know
have
what
sheep?
sheep. Maybe
Do you
you
have
could
a
eat
sheep?
Tasty.
Are
You
you
could eat
friend
tasty
if I
goblin?
give
I
you a
will be
sheep?
your friend if you give me a sheep.
Oh no.
Dali accepts this deal.
Okay.
And Dali will use a first level spell to summon
So,
sheep.
no sooner has the sheep appear. Is it the electrified sheep or a regular sheep?
Nah,
No,
regular.
no sooner has the sheep appeared that the ogre's arm reaches through the door, picks the sheep up, and just he demolishes it with one bite. It's like, "Tasty! Thank you for the sheep." And then he burps, and a little skull flies out of his mouth and clatters across the ground.
But it's not like a sheep skull; it's like a human.
Yeah, it's
skull.
something else skull. He's like, now I am friends with you, little straw thing.
Yes.
You and Rat and Many Eyes and Furry Man.
Furry. Full stop.
And Furry.
Man who dressed
You
like
are
a cat.
you are my 4 friends.
Oh, wait, so you
Yes.
can do maths. That's very good.
What?
You can do maths. You can tell
Why
that
would you
there's four.
assume he can't do math? Because he's an ogre?
Yeah,
That's
you-
not cool.
Ogres are famously dumb. I'm sorry, friend.
Okay, let's
Here
get back
comes
in
the
on
rat
business
man
fucking
taking-
tension. Wow.
Right.
Racist standpoints.
What do you mean? Ogre is dumb.
I'm
This
not
is
saying
uncool.
What I'm saying is generally, it's all
Simon,
species have certain
Simon.
traits. All species have certain traits, a
Andy
rat
reaches over
is-
to Simon, grabs him by the scruff of the neck, and just puts a hand over his head.
I don't understand what you mean by all ogres are dumb. I am
That's
not
just
dumb,
weird.
I am very intelligent.
You
He does
are.
not speak for all of us. That's a real uncool thing to say.
Wait.
He goes on a lot about racism, but it seems like he's got his own shit to deal with, you
Uh,
know?
Simon puts his hand up, trying to speak.
Yes.
Trying to let him speak.
Yes.
He,
Man, please
I'm
let
so
him
sorry.
speak.
I'm so sorry. I had you confused with trolls. That's my
Oh,
bad.
trolls are so
That's not
stupid!
better.
Ha ha ha! Trolls! Oh my god, trolls! You don't get me started on trolls! I have a 5-minute stand-up bit about trolls. Not allowed
Please
to
do it.
Isn't it a shame that you can't make troll jokes anymore?
Why do we know so many races?
Isn't it a shame you can't make troll jokes anymore? They used to be so funny. And it's just
no.
jokes! It's just jokes, you know?
Exactly. It does not hurt anyone. But you know the goblin who is holding this guy, Gob Stewart. He's
Oh.
like a real fucking justice guy. He is all like, I think all trolls are. And I kind of looked at someone else like, are.
I'm not getting involved in this.
I'm getting tired of sitting here.
Oh.
You are very good friends to me, but you are small, and I will leave.
If you see a man with one arm, he is also a friend.
Before you leave,
Okay.
sir. Firstly, I would like to apologize for making that horrible mistake. I'm incredibly embarrassed, and I'm sorry for any offense.
That's okay.
Secondly, would you be, since we are so small, would it be too
So
much
small.
would it be too much of an impertinence for us to ride on your shoulders and for you to take us somewhere, which would take much less time for you to walk there than it would for us?
Where do you want to go?
I defer to the people who remember.
We are traveling vaguely north.
Vaguely north.
Still,
Which way is
Not
that?
far.
I don't
East
know
up.
north.
Up. North is up.
Up, and he looks like at the ceiling.
Yeah.
He's
It's
like,
like
just-
he's like, I can make you go up, and he reaches for Simon.
No, me! Dali!
Okay. He grabs Dali and just like, because there's a hole in the ceiling, and he just throws Dali up, and Dali like flies up at like incredible speeds out the hole, and he's like this.
Just twinkle of a star.
You want to go up like Dole?
It's like kind of that speed, but in a slightly different direction, like this
Okay.
way, maybe.
Like a good 30 seconds later, Dali just flumps on the ground without taking any damage because Dali is a doll.
Oh, good.
Do it again, do it again, do it again.
Okay, he throws Dali up again. All right. So you want to go north, up?
Yeah, it's just we need to go to somewhere, and we need to get sooner rather than later would be good. But because of there's all the rain and stuff, it's kind of difficult for us. But I imagine the rain's not too much of imposition for yourself because you can just...
Ogres fear not the rain.
Exactly, sir. Because you are a brave and mighty race, and everybody knows it. And I don't, these guys don't think so.
I feel like you're blowing smoke up my ass. Then I accept
You're
it.
also trying to deflect your ogre racism onto us, which is a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
Belly thumps and then gets thrown again.
He's like, all right, I will take you vaguely north.
Thank you.
Well, and you could all kind of climb onto him. It might be a bit like Andy might be a bit much because Andy's quite large and he can't carry the robot, but he can carry the rest of you just fine. Like Dali and Simon can like sit on his shoulders, and he just kind of like he sort of if Arnoldo allows it, he just kind of grabs Arnoldo around the waist and carries him around.
Sure, I'm just.
It's like,
are we doing this instead of sleeping?
Yeah, we also need to pick up Captain Toad
How much
and
sleep did we
Kirill.
get while?
oh, you got a couple hours while like because Andy kind of woke up from sleep and started to fuck around in the camp.
Yeah.
Are we... Before we leave, are we ignoring Poke Dude?
Windvillage?
I don't.
Like to poke him.
I've killed most of the poked guys. Oh,
All
you
right,
mean
Yeah, there's like
most of them
one
are
guy.
dead.
And I think we should...
Good job.
That's
I think We
fine.
should I think we should make like a banana and get out of here. And
What's a banana?
And peel?
Make like a banana and provide potassium.
Yeah.
He doesn't say that.
And,
Is there anyone in the courtyard when we're leaving?
Well, if you walk out into the courtyard with the, I'll drag you out there with the ogre.
Can I turn my torch back on? Because I can't see shit.
No, you'll see shit when you get out there.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, sorry, I sent Simon too far. I've lost him. There he is.
no! I've run!
Not Simon.
Simon also got thrown.
Arnoldo went flying. All right, so you're all out here.
You've scored Simon with the construct.
Where is he?
He's underneath Jim.
Oh, sorry, Simon. Yeah. So these goblins are just kind of scattered around and dead. There's so many of them just sort of like lying on the ground, just torn to shreds. Like just
Deli would want to go where that treasure chest was.
in the courtyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's back. That's sort of back north. So you go that way.
Yes.
You get the ogre to throw you in that direction, like over the wall.
Yes.
All right. So, Dali, you get thrown in that direction and land in the courtyard. Pretend these goblins aren't here. They're dead.
Okay. And I would like
Don't be
to
racist
open
anyway.
the chest.
Okay. So can you click on it?
My screen is reloading.
So to your guys' eyes, the ogre just picked Dali up and threw them like into and you're kind of just standing around at the gatehouse where all the dead goblins are.
Andy probably freaks out and tries to
Can I get
run
a
and collect
Dali?
Dali if possible.
Okay, so Andy you can go. Well, if you go back this way, you can see the poked man. I'll put your torch back on.
Yes.
You can see the poked man in his little cage.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So and can I get from either Simon or Arnoldo a perception check, or both of you? If you'd
All
like.
right. Let's go. Simon, he's very perceptive. Let's give...
Arnoldo, on the other hand, is sleep encrusted. He hasn't opened his eyes yet.
So
still
Simon,
waking up.
you can see like up in the little gatehouse, you can kind of catch a glimpse of something like a little sort of brass lock, which you think might be a chest up in the gatehouse. If you want to go up there and have a look.
Sure, I don't know exactly where that is map-wise.
I've moved you there, so
cool. Yeah.
I'll give you a torch too, just because you would all have torches, you just don't have them in your inventory. Because you don't believe in having them.
Maybe I have a little match just to match my size.
Yeah.
Simon spent all his money on getting that duster, like
So-
that treasure.
Yeah.
So what
Exactly.
you can see that chest there.
Yeah.
Can you click it?
Can I open it? I
Yeah.
can. Oh, I can click on it. Ooh.
Clicking mine doesn't seem to do anything.
Do I just click loot? Will that just take all?
Yeah, I think so.
Not letting me. Hang on.
Oh no, that just says what it is. You can loot. Yeah, you can just loot. If you click it, I think you can. There's a loot selected tokens. I think. I'm sorry, I don't know how this says. I haven't used this system before.
I can't see. I can't see.
Choose tokens to
Wait
loot
there.
from.
See, I can't see.
So you can click. What's this? Cancel. If you click distribute coins, I think it will.
I don't have that as an option when I've opened.
I can just drag the stuff onto you, I guess.
Yes, please, because I just can't. I don't have that there. I've just got.
He doesn't have.
I just got what's in there, but I can't
Yeah.
actually click on
So you
anything.
find 6 little tinder twigs, which are like matches, basically little
Oh, no.
alchemical matches that you find,
Simon's discovered arson.
and you find a strange little vial of clear liquid and another strange vial of less clear liquid. Just
One
some-
of them has to be another steroid potion, so I say drink both.
and I'll get Dali what's in Dali's treasure chest too.
How many crabs does Dali get?
Dali gets so coin
Roll
wise.
nature for me.
Coin wise, you get 10 gold pieces, 5 silver pieces, and 9 copper pieces. So I will point out on an out of character point, these are all like rewards for fights, but you guys actually navigated your ways around the fights, so you can just you can have all the stuff. You find some matches.
We danced.
Reward for being cool and sexy.
You find some matches, Dali, as well as 2 strange little liquid vials as well. These goblins seem crazy for collecting little liquid vials.
It's saliva.
Yeah. So you've looted those 2 things. A Buffclops sort of is like stomping a little bit in the courtyard, and he's looking at Arnoldo, who's the only one still here, and he's like, I want to leave. Arnold, if you told him your name?
No.
And he's like,
No, he called him a furry as well.
furry man, I would like to leave now.
That's fine. We can go. I'm pretty sure. I want to poke the guy one time,
Okay.
but that's it.
And so I'll send you over to poke the guy then, if that's what you want to do.
I would like to poke the man.
So so Andy's over here as well, I'm assuming. Oh
Yeah. Oh fuck.
yeah.
Yeah. Andy's probably going up to him like, "Yo, yo, windlers, we are staging."
Oh
a coup,
no!
man,
Have
like
you come back to torture me more? What was all the commotion? I heard a lot of ogre-based commotion.
That's unrelated to the ogre that has escaped. I promise.
An ogre has escaped.
You wouldn't fucking believe what's
he's
just happened
cool.
the last couple minutes. Can you let me give time to explain?
I'm very sorry.
You're always just being so rude for no. Anyway, Mr. Bookman, we are staging like a great escape. You want to fucking get out of here?
Yes.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to not be such a bitch about it for like 3 seconds while I blast this
Wait, can I
door,
poke
okay?
him first?
Stand back.
Can I please poke him one time?
No,
before we let
don't
him out?
poke me, please.
You can poke him when he's out of the cage. It's not the
It's
big
not
deal
as fun
end
if he's
all.
not in a cage.
Okay, you can poke him one time.
Please don't poke me.
Cool. I would like to poke the man.
Oh, you've poked me.
It's fun, isn't it? He makes so many
This
fun
is-
noises.
This is good.
Okay.
Do I get that out now?
Well, maybe if you stop asking so often. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway.
I say we leave him in the cage.
Simon emerges from the shadows to say this.
We leave him.
Do you want to poke him? It's fun. He's good.
All right, I'll get in on the fun. Simon takes a thing.
I'll move Simon over there so he can poke.
Go, Simon, go. Go, Simon, go.
Okay.
Simon gives him a poke. Yeah.
Oh, I've been poked.
Yeah.
It's good. God, no.
It's very good. Very good entertainment.
Will you let me out now?
Maybe. Oh my god. I hate the sound of your voice. I'm
I
like,
don't
fuck.
like the being
I
poked.
kind of hate this guy.
Are you
I
gonna...
like the idea of us leaving him here, and he becomes our big bad evil guy at the end.
I don't want
No,
to be
I'm
poked anymore. I'd like to be free to sell my
Listen,
books.
I've been doing a lot of freeing, and I'm kind of interested in the concept of freeing you right now. I'm like morally trying to be better than I was a while ago. So I'm like, okay, stand back for a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna open this door.
I can't really
However,
stand back.
before Andy does anything, I want you to know that I'm trying to be morally worse than I used to be. I used to be altruistic, but these adventures have shown me that how jaded and cynical the world is, and frankly, I don't know if you deserve to be released, and I'm questioning the integrity of Andy's actions right now.
Well, I can't
Well,
convince you, but I do think I should be
Oh.
released.
Look.
Ow! Oh, you've poked me!
Does
Okay,
not get
so-
less funny.
What does what are the quality of the bars and stuff? Like,
I mean,
how
they're
structurally
fairly
sound?
strong.
Mm.
And they have a like an odd sort of glowy quality to them. Like it's sort of like there's sort of like this like the metal is cracked and there's like a light glowing from within it.
Can I detect magic?
Yes, you can, but it's magic that you know nothing about. Like this is beyond your pay grade.
That's fine.
And it doesn't seem to spread to the rest of the bars. Like it's just this particular cage.
Okay. Detect magic. Oh fuck! Let me roll it.
No, you don't need to roll it. You detect it. It's there.
I just detect it.
Yeah.
There. It's not something I know about.
Yeah. It's just you just know it's magic, but you don't know what kind of spell it is. He's like, "Will you free me?"
Yes, I'm fucking working on it. Christ.
Well,
Oh my
I'm just
God.
your friend is poking me an awful lot. Oh, he's poked me again.
Just stand back for a way that he cannot get to you.
I
anyway.
can't. This is a very small cage.
Andy takes out his two-handed and gives it a swing at the cage to see
Alright.
what happens.
Right. So just roll the damage of it for me because
Okay.
the cage can't really dodge. So yeah, you hack the lock and it sort of it crumbles it's like not like iron in the sense of being like it's like it just sort of crumbles like almost like dust, like graphite. You just kind of strike it and it crumbles. And he sort of the gate falls open and the man steps out. He sort of steps past Arnoldo and says, "Thank you for freeing me. I'm now free."
Poke.
Yes, everybody give me a
Oh!
congratulatory poke.
I will allow this.
Oh, it's not as fun. It's not as fun now. You've ruined it. You've spoiled
Belly's
it.
poke is
Scott.
like a tickle.
Oh!
That's quite good, actually. When he
We all
laughs.
tickle him.
He's like,
Okay.
well, this must be where we part ways, adventurers.
Yeah, we're like busting out of here. You actually, hold on. Quick question. Any of your
Yes.
books good?
Yes, but I know not where they've gone.
Sounds like a you problem and like not something I'm super interested in.
Would
Sorry,
you like
hold on.
Would you like to escort me to safety?
Is safety north?
Is it? I don't know.
What if
I don't
we
know
like
these
dropped
parts.
off in Lake Home Lake Home? Because you look like a human guy, right? You're like human, and Andy gives him a poke.
Oh, yes, I am very human.
Okay, then we'll like drop you
racist.
off at Lake Town or something, and we can poke you the whole time though. Like that's the
I think you should
Point.
get your pokes in now, and then the poking will end.
Simon
Okay.
walks up. Simon walks right up to this guy and just slaps him across the face.
And he
Did you have to crawl up him to do so?
Yeah.
he kind of shakes and says, He sort of shakes, and like you do notice that he kind of looms a lot taller after you've slapped him, and he looks down at you, Simon, and you see that his eyes have gone from like a muddy brown to like a blazing kind of gold, and he's like, small ones should watch where their hands go.
And Simon slaps him again.
Who are you calling small?
It's at that point that he sort of shoots up into the air in like a pillar of golden, like bright golden fire, and takes the form of a dragon, a golden dragon to be specific, whose scales are catching the light and glittering, and it kind of perches itself on top of the guard, like the tower at the corner of the keep, and peers down at you all and says,
Dali tickled the dragon today.
says, I am grateful that you have freed me from the cage, but I am not grateful for your affront.
So they cancel out. It's like a net zero of.
Hang on, you're a dragon?
Yes.
And you stayed in the cage for what reason?
I was testing you. And you have...
Why?
What? We weren't here when you got caught, man.
Yeah.
This is some fucked up logic.
You don't presume to understand the minds of dragons.
I literally don't understand. That's why I'm fucking asking.
And I'm
Did
explaining.
Dali tickle the dragon again?
No.
Oh.
Fine.
I
Did
am
you
a-
get what we wanted? Otherwise, we're busted out of here.
I'm gone. I'm happy to leave. I'm ready to bounce.
I have no interest in harming you.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I was merely
testing.
testing you.
For what purpose?
Purposes that will be unveiled soon.
Oh my god,
Okay.
a cliffhanger.
Could
Not
you
a
not have been
cliffhanger.
fucking dick about it though? You were like, "Oh, stop poking me." Oh, but I'm desirable to be poked. It's like you keep giving mixed signals.
I
And
don't
then
recall
you-
ever saying I'm desirable to be poked.
I clearly in
I
my
think
mind,
you did.
and I'm like, yeah, holding my
You
hand
just
up,
liked
people like,
poking me. That's not my problem.
Everybody likes
You need to
poking.
deal with your own shit.
We'd like to gaslight this dragon.
Roll performance.
Roll the gaslight gate and
All right,
go.
roll deception.
Oh,
All of us trying to.
Well, it's mostly Andy that's doing the deceiving at the moment.
Yeah, I don't want to.
deceiving.
trigger
Can
this.
we aid?
Yeah, but that'll just give like an advantage to it. So I'm,
I'm
just gonna put
aiding.
him there. He doesn't have a thing at the moment, so that's just him. So what
Did you
is
say I had advantage so I can go again?
No, that just means you get an extra couple points to it. But Simon, you want to take Simon's role instead, because Simon.
Yeah.
Let's see how he does.
Thank you, Simon.
You don't fool him.
No. Fuck.
He's like,
Shit is.
I understand that you are fearful, small creatures, and that is to be expected. But I mean you no harm, and I hold no ill will towards you.
Well, okay.
Know that you are being judged by powers beyond your comprehension and understanding.
That's rude.
And-
You don't know what we can comprehend.
I do.
Oh,
you
okay.
don't.
Most things are beyond Dali.
Yeah, most things are beyond our comprehension. The comprehension is not fucking good, my guy.
Know that while I am supportive of your ventures and where you may go in the future, I will not lift a talon to help you. You must achieve this yourselves.
It's not like you fucking have so far. You've been a hindrance. The ogre is waiting out there. He's been waiting there for like 15 minutes, and now I feel like
He's left, by the way.
Oh my god!
So
And-
you want to
okay,
take us
You
to
made
the
us
door?
this our ride.
Yeah, this
He's not
and
far.
You say you're watching us on this venture, which I'll add is incredibly critical. You've just left us. You're just wasting our time here. I'm very annoyed.
Well, you should
are
catch
an
up with him.
amazing dragon.
He's still nearby. You can catch him.
Eh.
Meh.
He's supportive of us, but not of our poking.
I don't like to be poked.
Tickled?
That was fine.
Yes.
Dali
Dali
produces claws. Fine, okay, you're there, you're a dragon, fucking... You're better than us. Blech.
That's not what I'm saying. Don't put words in my mouth.
Don't make me deceive you again.
Goodbye,
You know,
travelers.
I-
I think they're better than us.
Goodbye,
Bye,
travelers.
Tickle Dragon.
I wish you luck.
Well.
And with that, he takes to the air and soars away, disappears into the clouds. By now, the rain
I like
has...
that he was a giant sheep.
Also, by now, the rain has let up completely.
Hell yeah. So he didn't even have any books, that's so annoying.
Well, you don't know that.
Yeah, but he was probably lying. He was like a mystery customer, you know?
Also, while you're kind of looking around, the ogre, who hasn't left, sort of peers at you through the...
I was fucking lying.
He sort of peeks through the thing and he goes, I come back. I forgot you.
That's
Well,
okay,
thank
lots
you.
of people do.
Do you still want to be carried up?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Makes uppy hands like, up, up.
So he carries you. He carries you off in the direction of So what? You're going north. Are you leaving Toad and Corel behind?
No, we're going to tell him about it.
Oh, we're gonna go past them and tell them to follow
Okay,
us.
so
Yeah.
you kind of
And
come
you never
riding
leave
past on an ogre, and
Like
Corel-
you do.
Corel and Toad kind of look at you. Toad's like, "This is totally sick. This is totally sick,
Totally
guys.
Totally.
I fucking love this
Totally
shit.
sick.
This is lit."
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. And Corel's like, "So, a troll.
Olga.
Ogre.
Sorry.
Racist.
Sorry, I don't know."
Yeah.
And the ogre's like, "Ha ha! Not a troll. Trolls are stupid. You want to hear my 5-minute set about trolls?"
Perhaps that
We
could be like
really
an
do.
on-the-road thing.
On the road again.
Okay, so the the ogre,
Now you're the
yeah,
racist.
the ogre leads you out of the keep and carries you north, and that's the end of this chapter.
Goodbye, Gob Stewart. Gob Stewart wakes up, he's like, what the fuck is happening?
All the goblins are dead, and and his prisoners are all gone, and two of his little treasure caches have been robbed.
Oops. To be fair, all that I
Wait,
had
Gob
was
Stewart
mysterious
slept through
slimes
all of
in
that?
there.
Well, we don't know what happened to Gob Stewart.
Okay.
You didn't see him in the chaos that followed.
But we knew that he was still buff as fuck.
So I'll let you guys like chat amongst yourselves for a second, and I will be right back.
Alright.
Deli sleeps in the crook of the ogre's neck while he's walking.
We had like a cart, didn't we? Was it horse-drawn?
I think
That's never been clear.
it was implied that it was horse-drawn or like donkey-drawn, I think.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was gonna say, because the ogre could like help us draw it, but I guess we've also got pack animals to help us.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, hold on. Let's switch it up. The ogre is carrying Simon and Dali, as well as Arnoldo underneath his arm, like in his crook of his elbow,
Sure.
pulling the horse-drawn cart. I ride a horse.
Ah!
A donkey.
Now we're getting somewhere.
That's
Yeah,
good.
now we look like a real like raiding party.
Yeah.
Cooking with gas.
Toad is walking.
Of course he is, and the other guy.
Yeah, Kirill, our Russian friend.
So what have you done?
We've decided.
What have you decided?
So you know how we have like a cart, right? Like it's like a horse-drawn cart.
Yes.
So now the setup is we've got the ogre holding Simon
Yes.
and Dali, probably like either side of the shoulder, being like kill,
Yeah.
murder. Underneath his arm, like a sort of sack of potatoes-esque thing, is Arnoldo.
Yes.
He's pulling the cart with his other hand, and I'm riding a horse. Because Because the horses are no longer needed to pull the cart, right?
Okay, that makes sense. Yes.
And Toad is walking.
I'm just going to keep in mind for you all that buff clops won't stay with you forever.
We're just making the most of what
So
we
you
have
think?
All right.
He's already
You thought the
admitted to
same
us.
about Toad.
I invoke the right of Crab.
them.
So hang on, what's the you got experience for
Any
this? Let me just work
adventuring
it.
party of more than 2 people.
Trying to work out what experience you got, but I don't think I saved it. Oh, here it is. Yes. Okay, so you got 200. Yeah. No. Yes, 200 in total.
Sweet.
So add
Do
that
I get
to you.
anything for inventing flossing?
I'll give you a bonus 20 for inventing flossing. That goes to all of you.
Oh.
Ooh.
I also really like
Okay.
looking at my skills because I'm fucked in most things, but I'm great at the occult, academic law, and like arcana.
Yeah, you play kind of an idiot, but you know a lot of things. It's like your character in Shadowrun. Your character in Shadowrun, you act like he's an idiot, but is actually like
Yeah.
stats wise an actual like academic genius.
Yeah.
With like incredibly high.
And I know how to drive a car kind of okay.
No, you
I'm a
didn't.
functioning human being in Shadowrun.
All right, so that's the end of today. You've got your experience points. You've got your little treasures.
Yeah.
I hope Haunted found the treasures to be a bit more suitable this time.
Not just gonna chuck them into a river.
We see it happening again and we manage to stop Dali from
No,
doing
Dally, no!
But Crab.
Money can be exchanged for Crab to buy.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you everybody for participating and for being here to watch. Thank you for the raid earlier. And we do this every. If you're still here from the raid, we do this every Sunday. The time can vary a little bit, just based on how things are. But we try to do it every Sunday. And if you are a big Pathfinder fan and know all the rules off by heart, I'm sorry.
Don't watch
Yeah, it's not. I know it's not quite as. I kind of wing it based on what would be fun and funny, as opposed to what the dice say.
That's the best way to play any RPG.
Yeah. We play Shadowrun on alternating every second Monday. So Shadowrun will be happening tomorrow. And if you like the rules of Shadowrun, avoid that one even more because I'm even worse at the rules of
Boy, have I
Shadowrun.
not got a game for you.
Oh dear.
And we have coming up at some point in the nearish future. Should I announce it, Apom?
Yeah, do it. Go on.
We're going to be doing a Star Trek Adventures game, which will be like episodic. I'm really working hard on like casting it and treating it like almost like a TV show. So if anyone's interested in playing like an NPC or like doing anything for it to sort of help us along in the production, I'm accepting any and all help. I'm trying to teach myself Blender for it. So far, I've made a pig man.
Yay!
Yeah. And that's
Love Blender.
That's the extent of it so far. I have made. Oh, let me show you. I can show you because I'm in OBS. Let me show you. Give you a sneak preview of the. If you guys in here want to look at the stream, I'll give you a sneak preview of the overlay I've been working on.
I'm staring at the stream. But also the Huntsman Spider.
And on the right hand side here, we'll have more
wow.
stuff. But this is how it's looking so far.
Oh,
Yeah.
fancy.
The alien race that we encounter first will be pig men. Model.
Yeah. So I'm working on that. I don't know when that will be, when that will happen, but it will happen hopefully before the end of the year. Yeah. And that's going to be a lot of fun. That's another game that's very heavy on the sort of like narrative rather than rolling dice for everything. So it's that's partly why it's taken me a little bit to sort of wrap my head around it, and I'm very bad with narrative-based games. Even though all the heavy rules-based games I play turn into this.
That's a natural progression. Like costinization. They turn to crab.
All right, does anybody have someone to raid? Beckness is streaming.
Beckness is on.
Yeah.
Becky is on.
Let's go to Beckness.
I haven't raid Beckness in a while. I'll raid Beckness.
All of the Becks.
Yeah, it's Beckness time. Beckness is great. Beckness is one of the aristocrats. Beckness makes things out of clay. Just like someone else in here with eyes on their face. That's all of you, but I meant more eyes than usual.
Forgot about regular human eyes for a second.
All right, so we'll be back here next Sunday with more Pathfinder.
What's the raid message?
I don't know. Just spam emotes, I guess.
Cool down.
Bye, friends.
So we invented flossing or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Have fun, everybody. Thank you for being here. Join the Discord if you have not. There's the address.
Unionize the goblins.
Yes, unionize the goblins. I like that. Let's use unionize the goblins.
Yeah,